Hey everyone, it's Kate Porter again, Regional Vice President and Independent Consultant with Arbonne. And really this video I just wanted to essentially share with you and give you some more information on how our bodies actually eliminate toxins and how you can actually increase your gut health. So this is actually going to be a conversation that no one necessarily wants to have with you, but it's actually really important. So I'm actually going to talk to you about poo and wee in this video, which my kids still chuckle about even now. So during this 10-day program, you're actually going to experience some changes to your body and your bowel movements, and these are all normal and really expected. What I'm actually keen to share with you though is the body has 4 channels of elimination. So our body is essentially a system where food is inserted and then it is passed through with what our body doesn't need in the form of waste being removed. And so the good thing that, as I've already explained is, in my other videos, is you're not going to come into this program and be glued to the toilet. You're not going to be having to run to the toilet and have these urgent, sudden movements. The products that you're taking are actually specifically and scientifically formulated to really gently and comfortably pick up and bind onto the waste in our system and all of the toxicity. So like it's not going to make you be stuck to the toilet, and it's not going to make you immediately want to release the 10 kilograms of backed up poop that is stored in your system. What is going to happen to that backed up poop though, it is actually going to be softened and loosened and removed. So you will probably experience a slight increase into the amount of poop that's coming out, as well as a few other things which I'm going to explain. So the 4 methods of elimination that our body has to eliminate toxins are as follows. So the first way is through urination. So our amazing kidneys remove many of our unwanted toxins from our bodies, and that's partly where the urination process starts. So we recommend starting your morning with a really big glass of warm water. It's great to have room temperature water if you can to support your digestive system. However, if you choose to have cold water, it's complete personal preference. There's no right or wrong way. If you get the glass of water in, you're winning at life. So really, having this glass of water in the morning gets your body and your digestive system moving after being really still overnight. Because what you'll find with research is our bodies are actually often really dehydrated when we wake up. And this is why, we recommend eliminating coffee from the program for a number of other reasons. But one of the other reasons is coffee, not only is it really acidic, but it's also really dehydrating. And so if your body's already dehydrated overnight, the last thing we want you to do is then have a cup of coffee in the morning to kickstart your system to then further dehydrate you. So in the morning when you wake up, most of us typically need to empty our bladder first thing in the morning, and we fill our bodies up with a glass of water. And if you can, on top of this, to help really get your lymphatic system moving, is to do some quick exercise, whether you choose to do it in your bedroom or even in the shower, as long as it's safe to do so, or if you get it in during the day, this will really, really help your system. Now, the second method of elimination is through defecation or poo. Now, we all know that we get rid of most of our waste through our bowels. And if our digestive system is not working properly, it can't actually get rid of the unwanted waste and toxins properly. So our body actually empties many toxins into our poo. But if this is sitting in our bowels for too long through constipation or a slow or sluggish digestive tract, it actually can be, the stuff that's sitting in there can then be reabsorbed back into your body and then go through our system again, which obviously you can imagine can cause a few complications. Furthermore, if we actually have an overgrowth of bad bacteria in our guts, this is actually going to result in harmful toxins entering our body and actually increasing our toxic load. And this is why Arbonne's program is just so different to so many other programs out there, as our program isn't focused on dramatic weight loss. It's actually focused on gut health and toxin elimination. And by focusing on those two, the weight does naturally drop off. It's not the other way around. So, the weight loss essentially happens through the toxin elimination process. So, and I think one of the things we found through the bowel movements is often when people have a coffee, it can sometimes have a laxative effect. So when you eliminate coffee from your diet, when you start this program, you actually might find that your system does slow down a little bit naturally. And this is why some people who are really regular notice changes in their bowel movements in the first few days, which is really common and really normal. But by taking Arbonne's products, you're actually going to support your elimination organs to naturally eliminate the waste and not have it forced through a laxative effect like that when you have coffee. Personally, I actually did find that things slowed down before they sped up when I started the body cleanse the first time and even the second time. And the product will really mean, I guess, because you're taking it and because it's softening and loosening all of your stools, it will also mean that when you are going to the toilet to pass a bowel movement or do a poo, you're actually not going to be straining, and it's not going to be difficult for you to pass all of that. So you will actually find it passes a lot easier. The best part is as well, likely for you to judge this one or whether it's the best part. What I think is a good part is that you will actually notice an increase in the amount of bowel movements and the amount of stuff coming out. And you also might notice a difference in the color. If you find that your bowel movements start to turn into a really dark color, don't worry. This is actually quite a normal thing to happen, especially the first time you do the program. And it's actually a really good thing, because what it is why it's so dark is it's actually quite old, backed up poop that's actually been stuck to your gastrointestinal tract and your bowels for a little while, and it's finally being able to come out. So you definitely want that out. So now that we've had that conversation, the third method of elimination is where I want to talk to you a little bit about perspiration or sweat. So the body's first line of defense in preventing toxins from entering the body is through our skin. So our skin serves as this amazing protective barrier. It's our biggest organ of our body, and bacteria actually can't penetrate intact skin. And then the salt concentration when our bodies sweat actually creates a really hostile environment for most bacteria that they can't survive. So one of the things I really encourage you to do in the next 10 days, if you've got a gym or you can sort of sit in a hot shower for a minute, consider having a sauna or going and have a steam room session, as it will really facilitate the detoxing process. And even consider giving your skin a bit of a dry brush or exfoliating the skin in the shower or bath as well. You also might find it's sort of related to sweat, but if you do notice that you get a bit of a runny nose or you're doing a bit of sneezing, this is actually, again, your body's process of facilitating getting rid of the excess toxins and unwanted substances as part of this program. So if you do find you've got some flu-like symptoms or you've got a bit of a runny nose, it's all really normal. It's all the good stuff or the bad stuff coming out in a good way. So the last method of elimination is respiration. So I don't know if you realize this, but carbon dioxide, obviously when we breathe in oxygen, our body uses it and then expels carbon dioxide. It is actually waste from our body, and it's a toxic thing. Obviously, if we only breathe carbon dioxide, we couldn't survive. So when you breathe in deeply, and I mean really not doing the shallow chest breathing that most of us do on autopilot, you breathe in really deeply through your stomach, you will notice that your diaphragm is going to expand, which actually relaxes our body, and it does also massage our lymphatic drainage system, which is the system that supports the elimination of toxins. So it's really important to really try, if you can, even if it's at nighttime when you're going to sleep, just try to do some deep diaphragmatic, can't ever say the right breathing. And you might find during the 10 days, especially when you're taking your delicious body cleanse, that when you do take it, your lips are going to get a little bit dry. Toxins are being released through your breath. So this can be supported and corrected with just drinking some extra water when you're taking the body cleanse product. So I really hope that you found some use in watching this video, and you've learned a little bit more about elimination of toxins through the different ways. And if you have any questions, please feel free to post them in the group, because we love hearing from you. But until then, I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.